feel like we can all agree that we all want to live happier, right? And being the self-improvement person that I am, I like to figure out exactly how I can have control of the way that I feel every day. We're trying to find a hack for happiness today, and I want to just give some tips and hopefully it'll help you guys out live a better life. A lot of my happiness comes from stupid stuff, like if the sun's out today, then I feel a lot better, which I think is quite universal. But like, yeah, if the sun's out, it really just brightens my day, and I know that I'm gonna have a good day regardless, just because it's bright outside. And we can try and find out ways to add more sun into our life so that we live better. Sun for other people could look like the people who you spend time with. So throughout the day, who you're hanging out with. Like, I know times where I've hung out with certain people and it's just made me feel so much happier just by their presence, or just because they're a really good friend of mine. Having those sort of people in your life on a regular makes your life a lot better, because those type of people who are just more energetic and they just give you energy. I feel like that's what you need to live happier. Having those sort of people who pick you up when you fall down, or they can motivate you when you feel really unmotivated, or they're spontaneous and they just like doing random shit. And it's always fun being around those people. I'm sure you're picturing someone in your head right now, like, who you could think, oh yeah, like, whenever I hang out with them, everything just feels so much better. We want more people like that in our life, and just spending time with those people more and more regular and having them really close to us is such a good benefit. Obviously it's benefit for both of you, because you're gonna have a good time together in it, whether that's like in the gym or doing other good habits or just chatting shit. Like, it's nice to have those sort of like, they're like those serotonin people, you know what I mean? Another thing too is like hobbies. Gym brings you a lot of happiness, or like, you really like rock climbing, or you really like football, and like, doing something with a bunch of people. That's another good way. I find for me that like, whenever I do workouts with anyone else, it just makes the workout so much better. Like, I just feel so much more at ease, and I can push myself a lot harder with someone there with me. These like small things, like when you add them to your life, it literally, like, it can make this whole chapter. Like, if you look at like the 3 months that you have, and you've spent your time with a bunch of friends, and you're going gym and you're hitting good workouts, or you're having fun rock climbing, or doing new hobbies, and new sports and stuff, then it's just going to make you so much happier. And you'll look back and you'll be like, damn, like, I was really productive then as well, but I felt so much more happier. Also, with the productivity, it ties in with that. Like, you're going to be a lot more productive when you feel more happy, and when you feel more happy doing it with people that you love as well. And I feel like music in good doses is good. So like, you don't want to listen to music too much, but when you have a certain playlist or a certain album or a certain artist that you listen to, when it's good vibes or sunny, and you can play them and it puts you in like sort of like mindset, like, use that to your advantage, you know what I mean? Don't let that be something that can affect you negatively. Like, if you, for me, I never listen to sad songs, because like, I don't want to feel sad. I know some people are like that sort of vibe, but for me it just doesn't work. So like, I have a playlist where it's more like summer vibes, and whenever I put it on, it just puts me in that good energy mood, and it always makes the day just like feel brighter. Like, it doesn't have to look brighter, it just makes it feel brighter. So I feel like, at least for me, like, the music really determines the way I feel and how good I feel as well. So as long as you're optimizing these 3 things to add more sun into your life, your friends, your hobbies, and your music, it's just going to make everything better for you. When it comes to your productive tasks as well, it's going to make things a lot better, a lot more smooth. You're going to look forward to doing the tasks rather than, trying to push them away, or, you don't really feel like it. It's going to feel a lot better, because you're already in this mindset of, you're feeling happy and you're feeling grateful, and you're feeling the serotonin. Spending time in nature too, just like taking a break off the social media. All of these things help enliven your life. And I don't think until you like spell it out to yourself, or until you actually turn your phone off, will you actually realize how much effect that they have on you. because I'd much rather spend a day outside in nature, not on my phone, rather than on my phone in my house. Like, you know, and I feel like the difference is quite big, but it's a lot easier to for me to just be on my phone, like in my house in bed. You know, it's so much easier to do that. So forcing yourself to be around these people or pick up these tasks or hobbies or getting that membership or, you know, listening to that nice music, it will genuinely have an effect. Like, I'm so sure, because I've been there where I've had chapters of my life that I've felt a lot more negative, where I've tried to be productive, and it's been alright. Like, I've been productive and stuff, but I've just felt like not fulfilled or like negative overall. And then it'll come to a different chapter and I wouldn't even realize what I've been doing differently, but the change is just like, it's so good and it's so effective. So I'd say just try it, you know, just try implementing these things that add more of that sun to your life. And, you know, if it works, then it's a dub, you know what I mean? Everyone wants to live happier, I feel. And, you know, if we can make this journey a lot easier, then, you know, I'm all for it. This sort of optimization can take some time for you to like actually realize what in your life adds more benefit than other things. It's like the 80-20 rule of when you remove 20% of the things that cause 80% of your problems. It might take some time to differentiate, okay, this is bad for me, this is good for me. It might be a set of friends, or it might be something you have to do in a day that's not really worth it. You know, determining what you need to add and what you need to not add is really good, and it will give you a lot more progress. And there's also an 80-20 rule to the things that make you happy as well. What are 20% of the things that give me 80% of my happiness, and just scaling those up. You know what I mean? Just increasing the amount of those that you do, and getting rid of the 20% of things that make you moody as hell, because there's no reason for it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to suffer, especially when life's hard enough, you know? So yeah, that's the video today. I'll see you guys later.